Hey everybody, welcome back to Generation X Nation. Now, normally I do my 3-minute wrap-ups of Love and Hip Hop Miami, but this particular time I'm going to do about a 15-minute review because every now and then I need to put out a video so I can stay in these algorithms, okay? So we're going to talk about what happened at Elijah's birthday party, that Ken and Kat and Michael and Rhoda situation. Ugh, a hot ghetto mess if you ask me, but I digress. Now, before I get started with anything, please hit the like and subscribe button. The like and subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. Everything I say on my channel is alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. As always, it's alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Now, my commentary is done week to week. As you guys know, I will continue to say this. It is based on the episode that airs on the television screen. We know that things are edited and we don't always get the full footage of what happened. So we do our episodes for the most part, people who do reviews on what we saw on TV. And some people have insiders and stuff that help them. I don't have that, so I go off of what I see on TV. At the end of the day, my commentary is alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. I don't have a dog in this fight. And again, I may like you this week and may not like you the next week. I try to be as fair and impartial as possible when I do commentary. So with that being said, we're going to dive right on in to Love and Hip Hop Miami, which to me is probably, I don't know if I won't say the worst franchise. I like it in a sense, but the characters and the people that they bring in, it's just not adding up to Love and Hip Hop for me. Okay, and I know somewhere along the line they say they're linked into hip hop and the music. Anyway, let's just go. Now, first we're gonna talk about this Rhoda and Miss Cat. Rhoda meets up with Cat. I guess they befriended each other, and she's telling Cat all her business about with Michael. I don't know why she chose to tell Cat that, but she did. We got to be careful when we first meet people, getting them all into our personal business. But I understand they're on the show, so they got to create scenes and got to create moments and got to have storylines. So Kat's like, hey, we can all meet up together and have a conversation. You are a beautiful girl. You should be able to live your life and express yourself and get what you want. And he should be treating you like a queen. Rhoda, just be careful. Just be careful, mess with Kat. Kat is not put together, okay? Rhoda still seemed mad about the side baby, but a baby he had by Nadia, which she considered a side baby. But you also got to remember, Rhoda, you agreed to this. You agreed to him, allowing him to cheat once a month. And we all know he's probably doing it more than once a month. But you agreed to this, so you can't get mad about stuff that you agreed to. Okay? And you also approved the chick, Nadia, because according to y'all had a little threesome together with Nadia. This is part of you're part of the problem. I'm not giving it to Michael 100% because you have to agree to all of this, and you did. But I don't know why you taking advice from the feet lady. That don't make no sense to me. Okay? Absolutely 0 sense. But once again, Rhoda, you in the situation you in because you agreed to be in that situation. As I always said in my previous videos, we remember you from Couples Boot Camp and all that crap on VH1 when you and Michael showed up and you told the counselor that you were okay with him cheating on you once a week and that's what y'all agreed to, or once a month. So why is it different now, Rhoda? I'm confused. Is it because the baby's involved? We'll talk about that later. Shay and Miami Tip. Shay and Miami Tip have something in common because Shay, Miami Tip, and Amara, even though Miami Tip don't like Amara, they have a commonality that they seem to find men that only want to date them because they own Love and Hip Hop and they're trying to get some relevance. They've all came to that conclusion now. So while Miami Tip was disrespecting Amara and her relationship and believing everything coming out of Alan's wife's mouth, now you in the same predicament and now you feel stupid. When they say karma comes back around to meet you, sometimes it's fast or slow. Miami Tip got her karma before the season was over. Let's just say that. Miami Tip is trying to get Shay to reconcile with Joy. Joy called Shay a serpent and told her mother, you raised a serpent. I don't know about any of y'all out there, but if anybody will tell your mother that to her face, if just think about this, somebody walk into your family event and tell your mama you raised a serpent, I don't know why you wouldn't have thrown hands on her. So even though Shay was mad, screaming and hollering like she does, and I don't like when Shay does that because it takes away from what she's trying to do, she had every right to do that when you tell a woman that. Because whether Joy think it was disrespectful or not, I mean, it wasn't disrespect. I told her mother she raised surf, and I wasn't talking about her mother. I was talking about her. It doesn't matter. The lady gave birth to Shay, and you said that she raised a serpent as though Shay is a snake and gave birth to, you said it as though the lady gave birth to a snake. I don't understand why you don't comprehend that and that how disrespectful it was. I apologize, Mr. Andrew, you want me to. It wasn't being disrespectful. You were, Joy. And you got to stop acting like it wasn't a big thing. What you said was very rude and very disrespectful. And then for you to bring Boots in, just like Shay said, this is a 15 years ago beef, and you bringing it in now. Boots, I'm with Shay. We pretty much forgot about you until Joy brought you up. I mean, we knew you was on Flavor of Love, but Shay was in Atlanta on Love and Hip Hop and then transferred down here. So Shay has been moving around for almost 10 years in this franchise. So she is right. She is more relevant than you from a standpoint of television. Now, you may think you got her on everything else, but for right now, Shay is on the upper hand. And it seems like you're jealous. You know, Shay should be hurt by the serpent thing, and it was disrespectful. So I get all that. So then Miami Tip says, well, she wants to apologize to Amada on her podcast. Why? Why can't you go and show out to Amada at the party in front of all the friends? You want Amada to get on your podcast so you can advertise it, get your clicks, bait, followers, and views, and make money. And like she said, I'm not paying your light bill for you. I'm not coming on there. I don't blame them. You want to apologize to me, you can call me on the phone. We can meet at a coffee shop, but you're not going to make money off your apology. And that's pretty much what Miami Tip was trying to do with Amada. So I get it, Amada. Pinky Doll, you and Jaquez, I don't know. Like he said, y'all doing this streaming and you eating hot dogs and all that bullshit. Y'all from Canada, Toronto, wherever it is. It's a little different down there in Miami. And that man is right. He had every right to tell you owed him money for that track. I don't know how the music world works up there, but I definitely know that you have to pay for tracks and stuff like that. You have to pay for anytime the person gives you a beat and all that stuff, you pay for that. And then you come in there telling that man, I don't know who you are, Jaquez, I don't know who you is. You trying to scam my girl for $30,000. You in the music industry, Jaquez, and you don't know that there's a thing called fee for studio time. There's a thing called fee for tracks and all of that. Yes, he does own the music. She talking about, I can't get music. There's no, he's saying she can't get no splits or nothing. What is she giving? What is she, why would he give you the money and the track and y'all haven't paid him? Technically, he does own the track. Technically, he does own the beat. Y'all didn't come up with that, so it's not your beat. And he does own that sound, and he could take that same song and give it to somebody else, and they will make money off of it. So be careful what you ask for. Pay that man his money. If you thought you was just going to fly down there to Miami, sit up in a studio with a world-renowned producer and get a free album, album recorded, a record recorded, and he not get a cut, you must don't know much about the music business, Jaquez. Now you said I've been knowing Trick. I've been knowing Trick for a long time. We go way back. Well, if you've been knowing Trick that long and you've been in Miami that long and you ain't ran across Little D, you got to be lying. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And you and that dingy ass girl of yours that eat hot dogs, y'all need to figure it out and stop going down there disrespecting that man in his territory. Okay? Now, as far as I can know about Little D, because again, I really didn't know him. I'm not into the music industry like that. You know, I know a DJ Khaled or Dark Child and stuff like that because they say their name in the song. You know what I'm saying? But Swiss Beats and stuff. But I've never heard of Little D. But I did my research. And when I researched it, I found out Little D has worked with artists like Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jennifer Lopez, Jamie Foxx, Pitbull. And he's also traveled with BB and CeCe Winans and Shirley Caesar. I think he was some type of magician. I think he was a guitarist or a drummer or something like that for them. He toured with them, and he got Song of the Year for a Mariah Carey song. So he is in the big leagues. I don't know what Jacquees and Pinky Doll thought they was at, but he is in the big league. Now, Pinky Doll, I don't know what's really up with you and them fingernails, but you really need to trim them down some because it looks unsanitary to me. I'm just saying. All right. Eliza told everybody about her party, and of course she went on and invited everybody, and everybody had their reasons why they was going to show up or not show up. The party is at the end, and I'll talk about that later on. Joy and Shay were basically the biggest thing that was going on. Outside of that, Rhoda, Ken, Kat, and Michael Blazin met for a sit down. Now, while they were sitting down, Michael's tripping like, I met this guy before on the TV game show we was doing, but I don't know him. And he's like, hey, he's just a one-hit wonder. Why you done told this man all our business? They exchanged pleasantries, talking about each other. He's calling Michael not very attractive. Michael's talking about his lazy eye and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, Rhoda gets up. He's trying to tell Michael, hey, you're going to lose your girl. But he didn't say girl. He called her a B. I don't know why y'all let men call y'all the B. Call the other girls B's. If I'm your main woman, the baby of your children, don't call me a B. Say wife, fiance, girlfriend, but don't say you're going to lose your B. That's what he said. That's disrespectful to me, but Mike sat there and took it. So he said, you're going to lose your B if you don't straighten up. You know, he basically called Mike out for going in unprotected and having a baby. He called Mike out for not taking up for Rhoda. But again, Ken, Rhoda caused half of this. If I ain't learned nothing else in life, you teach people how to treat you. Rhoda has taught Michael to treat her that way by allowing the side piece. Michael has been able to get over it for 6 years. She said, we've been together for 6 years and he's still doing me like that. Well, y'all been together for 6 years. You're allegedly engaged, but he still ain't married you. After you allowing him to cheat, live the life he wants to live, and then you gave birth to his son, he still ain't married you. But he had another baby on you, and he got a possible another baby in Ghana, Nigeria, wherever in Africa that he said the baby's at. And he's finna move the side piece and the baby down there. Nadia has this misconception that Mike, her, and the baby is one family and they don't want nothing to do with Nadia and that baby. But that's not it, Rhoda. He has another child. And whether you like it or not, that child is now part of y'all dynamic. And Rhoda doesn't want that baby part of the dynamic. She wants him to be a drive-by daddy, stop by, drop off some toys, and keep going. She acts as though she don't want him spending time with the baby or being around the baby. But you allowed this, Rhoda. You taught him how to treat you. Now, Michael's saying, Rhoda ain't going nowhere because I provided her a good life. And he's probably right. Now, she probably going to break up with him for a minute, but she going to come back with the standard thing that most women come back with, even after they've been cheated on and disrespected. Well, I'm trying to keep our family together. I don't want to break with your family. Newsflash, kids sense stuff. If they know something ain't right in the house, they know it. And you're just sitting up in the house miserable, and the kids understand it and they see what's going on, and it's not making them any better people by sitting in the house with two parents that don't like each other or arguing and fighting all the time. You have his baby. Get your little check and keep it pushing, okay? But instead, you're going to sit there and pretend like you're going to leave Michael. You're going to go back out to the streets and enjoy yourself. And them two clowns, Ken and Kat, they just trying to bring you over to the dark side with them. He look like he wants a threesome with you. Stay away from that feet lady. If you bring me a video of you eating peanut butter and jelly off your feet, you getting up out of my space. I don't even want to deal with your weird ass. That's weird to me. You know, and I get it. It's content. She make money off it and people are into that, but I don't need to see it. But that's what they're trying to turn you into. Cat, stay away from them. But again, it all could just be a storyline. We don't know because they do crazy storylines. But anyway, Michael made that comment. She not going nowhere because I take care of her. And that's how men control you with their money. He takes care of you. Now you got his baby, and I don't know what she does for a living. She never really mentioned any job she had prior to meeting Michael. He's providing a soft life for you, and he's got you in the corner where you probably ain't going to be able to walk away from him and continue living to that standard. Now, I'm sure you might take him to court and get you a little child support. I don't know what it looks like in Miami versus California, but at the end of the day, you're not the wife. So he's going to dish you out a little bit of money, put you up in a little place, give you a little car, and he's going to continue to live his life because you have allowed it to go on that long, rhoa. So as far as empathy, I can't show any empathy for rhoa on that part. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you taking care of the baby and doing stuff, but how long can you sit around and let a man disrespect you and then want other people to empathize and sympathize with you when you could have walked away a long time ago? But now you have a baby involved, so it is what it is now. You're probably stuck in it for a while, and Michael gonna take you through there, as they say. He gonna take you through there, all right? And last but not least, this whole Joy and Hot Topic showing up to Eliza's party, disrespectful, period. Eliza invited y'all to the party. She wanted you guys to have a sit down to try to fix stuff because that lunch you had was crazy. You went to Shay's thing, it was crazy. Then y'all had the lunch with the lipstick, it was crazy. So Elijah's like, hey, everybody's trying to get on the same page. Let's just sit down and have a conversation. Shay and Joy, get your beef out. Amada, get your beef out. What happens? Soon as Joy walked into the room, she going off on Shay. Shay screaming back at her. Why? I'm confused how all of a sudden Joy is now a villain. When we first met Joy, we empathized with her. We felt like Trick Daddy did her wrong, cheated on her. They still married and not divorced because Trick won't sign the paperwork. I'm starting to see a little different side of you, Joy. Your slip is showing. You know what? I knew you was a rat. You a hood rat, dressed up. You talking about meet me in the streets, meet me outside. Why she playing around with my marriage? What marriage? You came onto the show telling us the marriage was over. You dated a girl and a dude right in front of Trick, and Trick had some girls at his house he was dating. So what marriage are you talking about? Sign the paperwork and go. Something's not adding up here. And Joy, you don't make a good villain. And I know by now you've seen the episodes and you did post some stuff on Instagram where you realized that Gael lied and Shay really had your back. Okay, I realize that's going on in real time. But for the purpose of this show, which is my commentary, why would you have believed anything come out of Gael's mouth? Shay, I would question her friendship ever going forward because you didn't give your friend the benefit of doubt and come and asked her what happened. You immediately listened to Gael, said she was questioning your marriage and talking shit about you to your sister Samantha, and none of that was true. And then Hot Topic, I don't understand why somebody put hands on her by now. She done came into that girl's birthday party, started all that beef, going off with Amar. She is so wild. I'm trying to figure out why Hot Topic don't even like Amar. Y'all been arguing so long. Hot Topic, why are you even in there? Because you didn't have that energy when you and Bobby was going at it, when you spilled the beans on Trina and her secret marriage. They got in your ass. All of a sudden, you kissed Trina's ass. You friends with her again. But now you getting on Shay and Amar and everybody else. You can't stand them. You don't want to be around them. You all up in their business. And then you walk out that lady's party, throw her cake, and then start popping her balloons and messing up her decorations. Disrespectful. You showed up to Shay's event doing the same thing. I'm still confused why she ain't got hands put on her now. Hot Topic is out of line. And again, I understand it's a reality show. I understand y'all all doing it for scenes and, to be relevant and you got to create storylines, but Hot Topic is too much. And that's why I say this show is a little bit different than Atlanta. Because Atlanta do have their arguments and they beef. But one thing about the Atlanta girlies and the guys, they will go on a trip together. They will have a little say-so, but then they'll end up as one. They will go on a birthday party or a launching of something, and they will all support each other. They'll have their exchange of words, but for the most part, they can support each other and put their differences aside to get some things off their chest, and enjoy themselves. And then the next day they'll come back, even if they sit on separate sides of the rooms. Now, has there been situations where Spice done snapped on somebody or Rashida done got into it with somebody? Yes. Carly Red? Yes. But for the most part, they go to events and they try to get along during the event for the sake of the event. I've never seen them like popping people balloons, decorations, or taking somebody's birthday cake and just throwing it. You destroyed that lady's cake. And it may have been a prop for the scene, I don't know, but it still was wrong. And Eliza just sitting there crying. Eliza, you should have got up and whooped all their behinds. I would have whooped all their behinds. In my opinion, Shay, Amada, and Eliza, just let Miami Tip, Joy, and Hot Topic do what they do. Because I don't think they're ever going to like you. They're going to find a reason every time to dislike y'all. And I'm not saying Shay's, is no angel. Because Shay do be popping off on people. Soon as why you don't like me, Joy? What's your problem with me, Joy? I know Shay's a pop off. But off and on, she's trying to do better. But one thing about Shay, I do give her credit for this. Shay is a good friend. And if you are her friend, she going down to battle with you. And that's why she was so hurt with Amada, because Shay was fighting, defending Amada, and she felt nobody does that for her. And again, I don't like Shay's attitude. I don't like the angry Shay that they always display. There could be some scenes where Shay ain't angry, but all I ever see is angry Shay. And Joy, I don't like the fact that they're now creating you as some type of villain when you didn't come on the show like that. And it's not a good look for you. But hey, when people show you who they are, what do they say? Believe them. Joy, this is who you really are. We just didn't know it the whole time. And with that being said, I'm done with my wrap up of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I know I was a little all over the place. I do take a little notes to make sure I get in what I need to get in. But at the end of the day, Shay, do better with the anger. Amada, pick your friends wisely. Okay? Eliza, you seem to be turning your life around. Keep going in that direction. The girl with the blue hair who tried to stay in the middle because she's, I guess, relevant and don't want to be caught in the ghetto stuff. I'm confused why you're even on the show at this point, because that's all they do is fight. Bobby, I love you to death, but ease up a little bit on them lip injections. And I don't take it personally, people. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but ease just a little bit, Bobby. Other than that, you're doing fine. Hot Topic. Go get you some business. Somebody, please go find some business on Hot Topic and get it on the show, because she's in everybody else's business like she has none. Miami Tip, stop trying to use people for your podcast. If you really, really, really want to make amends with them, then sit down and have a conversation with her. Sit down and have a private conversation with her. You don't need to do that for clicks and views, okay? Because everything you said about Shay actually happened to you, and you feel some type of way. Shay ain't gonna Amada. Amada's not gonna hold it against you, but she's not gonna let you use her either. She understands how this goes. All right? And the other chick, I forgot her name, the one that's the just had the baby, the rapper, you're gonna have to work on your anger too. Because it's out of control. Because last week, none of that was necessary. In front of Trina, and Pinky Doll and your manager, boyfriend, whatever, get it together. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. And Pinky, I don't even think you can rap. I just think Pinky Doll thinks she's gonna get out here and be another Glorilla or another Sexy Red or Lotto. I don't see it, Pinky. Stick to that streaming stuff you're doing, eating hot dogs. It's working for you. Why flip the script? Because I don't think there's a rap career in your future. And sometimes we got to just let people know. And your manager needs to stop blowing up your head. Because I don't see a rap career in your future. I really don't. You may get a one-hit wonder out of it, but I don't see no real career. And that's just my opinion. And with that being said, this is Generation X Nation. Y'all hit the like button. Leave me some comments about, my take on love and hip hop. I know my take is a little different, but I am a person of a particular age, and I do watch the show just for content, and it's messy. Miami is way more messier than Atlanta to me. Bring Atlanta back. I think it comes back next month. They really have substance. These people are just arguing over nothing. Who baby daddy married, who baby daddy ain't married. If I'm gonna do a feature on your album or your song, you gonna pay me for studio. This is just ridiculous. Joy mad about whatever happened between her sister and Trick Daddy and what Shay said, and you ain't been with Trick in how many years? What are you mad about? Only thing you should be doing now is divorcing Trick. I'm just saying. All right. And with that being said, y'all stay safe, stay warm, because I hear these big snowstorms coming, big ice storms is coming. Make sure you got batteries and flashlights and portable chargers, whatever else you need to stay warm and safe this weekend. All right? And God bless each and every one of y'all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, as I always tell y'all, don't worry about what's going on in this country. Don't worry about it too much. Remember, if you don't remember anything else, God is in complete control. I know the devil is busy, but God is in complete control. And sometimes he allowed the devil to run around us. And he allowed the devil to do certain things to restore our faith. Because sometimes we forget he's here. And sometimes we have to go back and say, God, please, whatever you have, whatever your plan is, whatever you have in store for this country, please reveal it to us. And when you ask that, he's going to start revealing. But for now, he's just seeing how much people have faith that we're going to get through this. This too shall pass. He wants to see what your faith look like right now, because this has to pass. All right. You guys go. Have a great rest of your day. And this is Gen X Nation. Peace. And as always, I'm out.